We have a victory for the veterans to talk about. This comes after, let me get you to where we are today. The Gun Owners of America worked diligently with members in Congress to have the VA gun ban, is what it was basically called, removed from this year's spending bill. And it passed the House, it passed the Senate because there were other things in there they really, really wanted. And Joe Biden signed a pro-gun part of the bill because he wanted everything else that was in it. And Democrats are pissed, so pissed, that 140 members of the American Communist Party, the Democrat Party, signed a letter that I did a video on, I'll pin it above, to basically force the VA to start red flagging veterans. Well, thanks to GOA, this happened. This letter came out yesterday, but it was sent on the 15th to Congressman Mike Bost, who's the chairman on the Committee on Veterans Affairs. It says, "Dear Chairman, thank you for your March 11th, 2024 letter relating to the Department of Veteran Affairs implementation of Section 413 of H.R. 4366, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2024. I appreciate the opportunity to address your concerns. When a veteran or other beneficiary is determined to be mentally incompetent, VA is required by the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act to notify the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, that the person has been adjudicated as a mental defective under subsection D4 or G4 of Section 922 of Title 18 U.S. Code. Specifically, VA previously reported to NICS in situations when the Veterans Benefits Administration determined, based on clear and convincing evidence or a court order, that a VA beneficiary was unable to manage their financial affairs. The Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2024 restricts VA from using funds appropriated under that act to report a beneficiary unless there is an order or finding from a judge, magistrate, or other judicial authority of competent jurisdiction that the beneficiary is a danger to themselves or others. Therefore, through the remainder of the fiscal year 2024, VA will report to NICS in instances when VA is aware that a mentally incompetent beneficiary has been found by a judicial authority to be a danger to themselves or others. Wow, due process. While we implement this change and update our electronic reporting, on March 11 of 2024, VA stopped all weekly reporting to NICS of mentally incompetent beneficiaries. This stoppage also prevents VA from reporting any beneficiary who should be removed from NICS. VA is working diligently to make the necessary updates so that we may resume reporting in accordance with the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2024's requirements as soon as possible. VA will continue its planning and implementation efforts, including a review of the notification, training, and education VA provides mentally incompetent beneficiaries, their fiduciaries, and VA employees. These efforts will also consider how VA may obtain or otherwise receive notice of orders and findings of judicial authorities that a beneficiary is a danger to themselves or others. VA will continue to provide updates on our progress with these efforts. I appreciate your engagement on this important matter impacting our nation's veterans. Thank you for your continued support of our mission, Dennis McDonough, who is the Secretary of Veteran Affairs. So, due process, finally reinstated for our veterans. What this letter basically says is that before this VA gun ban was halted, and Biden is trying to get it reinstituted, so just keep that in mind, unelected bureaucrats who are not judges or magistrates or anybody associated with the judicial process would on their own determine somebody was a prohibited person because of their perceived mental status and report them to NICS, so they would be prohibited people when it comes to buying guns. What this letter is saying, that you guys, with this new spending bill, you forced us to only rely on judges' determinations that someone is a danger to themselves or others, that due process thing. So good on Gun Owners of America for working with the congressmen and senators that they worked with to get this done. This is a huge victory for our veterans, because some of them had their rights removed, their Second Amendment rights removed, because they had had a stroke, yet they fully recovered. And in that time when they had a stroke, between having the stroke and full recovery, they needed some help with their bills, but they fully recovered. So they became prohibited forever because some unelected anti-gun bureaucrat was like, ha, we get a chance to take his rights away. It's not how it's supposed to happen. And good on GOA for making this happen. Good on everybody who is working behind the scenes. We just got to keep this status quo now. So thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you like this type of information, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. I will bring it to you every day here on Guns and Gadgets. That little red button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, just helps this channel reach more people, which is why I do this. I want to reach as many people as possible to let them know what's going on with their right to keep and bear arms. If you could help me, just smash that button. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Take care.